Welcome to Oceanside Yoga for Complete Beginners. I am honored to have the opportunity to practice and learn with you. It is important that you feel comfortable and supported in your personal practice. Feel free to use yoga blocks or something of like size if you want to bring the ground closer to you, a strap to reach for your feet or toes, a blanket for under your knees, or a bolster for an easier seat and torso support. Remember that everybody's body is different, and each pose is going to look and feel different for different bodies. Today, you can practice meeting yourself exactly where you are. Let's take a few deep breaths together, and we will begin. We will begin with our neck stretch. So let's pick one shoulder or the other. We'll drop our head over and find stillness here just for a moment, giving our neck a chance to release. And then we will continue on with some circles. So dropping our heads down, letting it get nice and heavy, rolling over to the other shoulder, and we'll pause here for just a moment. We'll continue that circle, dropping our head back, and over to the other side, continuing on. If it ever feels uncomfortable for you to drop back your head, you can just do half circles, dropping your head forward only, or also sitting up nice and tall so there's no curve in the top of your spine. That helps it to not pinch as much. When you're ready, we'll reverse the circle to the other side. When you're ready, you can come back to center. Now we'll warm up our spine with some cat-cows, and we'll use our forearms as support. So bring our forearms in as we exhale. We're going to do our cat. So we're going to curve in, forearms together. As we inhale, we're going to open our forearms, squeeze together our shoulder blades, open our chest, and continue on. As we exhale, we curve, forearms together. As we inhale, we open. Keep going, nice and slow. All on your own breath. And you can always use your elbows here, pressing them open if you want more of a stretch. Please do one more of each, and we will continue on. coming next to our side bends, and we'll add a little bit of movement. So let's pick one hand and place it down on our side. We're going to reach up with the other arm, high out of our hip, and then we'll gently bend over to the side. Want to keep our chest open, heart open. And the more you reach with your hand, the more you can pull out of your hip. Let's add a little twist to this side bend. So bringing myself back up, I'm going to take that top arm and thread it through my arm, twisting through and looking behind me. And then we unwind. We're going to send that arm up into the sky and gently press our hand back, opening our chest. We'll continue on. Twisting, reaching behind, unwinding, and lifting. Keep going. We'll do one more of each, and we'll move over to the other side. When you're ready, we can drop that arm down to our side and prepare for our next arm. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to reach up and over, little side bend. Open up all those little muscles in between your ribs. Take a nice deep breath. The breath can always be used to deepen any stretch. As we breathe, we fill the space with oxygen, and as we exhale, we can sink into that space if we'd like. It can be done with any pose we do. Let's come back up. And we'll move to that twist. Scooping my hand, reaching behind. Unwinding, reaching up and back. Opening our chest. You can continue on all at your own time. One more twist. One more reach. We can bring both hands down. We'll move next into a forward fold. So let's set up here nicely so we can get the most that we can out of this stretch. Now, whenever we're sitting, want to lift the flesh off of our bottoms so that we're more on our sit bones. Now, if this is hard for your spine, if you feel like you're already curving a lot, you're very welcome to lift your knees. You can roll up a blanket or put a block or a pillow under your knees to support you, because really what we want to do is release our lower back. So put your knees at the position that feels comfortable for you. And then whenever we fold, we really want to hinge from the hips first. So it's not as far as you can go, it's just the hinge that you can get in your lower back. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall, hinging forward as far as I can go. And when I can't do any more, I can relax here. You can have your hands on your legs, on the ground next to you, You can walk forward with your fingertips to deepen the stretch. You could even grab your feet, pulling back on your toes, whatever feels comfortable for you. Let's sit here for a little bit longer so that our muscles have a chance to talk to our nervous system and we can really relax. And feel free to adjust as we sit in these poses. After sitting in it for a moment, maybe you get a little bit more space. You can walk out your fingers a little bit further. Or stay just where you're at, whatever is right for you. If you'd like to, you can release your back, allowing it to curve, drop your head. And this can also be done with a strap wrapped around your feet, and you can pull yourself in as much as it feels good for you. Just a couple more moments here. And when you're ready, we can lift ourselves back out. Let's bring up one knee, stamp it down on our inner thigh. We're going to reach our opposite arm up, and then I'm going to pull myself over, gently twisting towards that leg, giving myself a little hug, and then my other arm is going to come back. So sit up nice and tall. And then you can reach back with your fingers in your chest, open yourself up as much as you want to go. If this is enough for you here, please stay here. If you'd like to, you can also take that arm that's wrapping and take it to the outside of our knee, and you can press yourself open a little bit more. Whatever feels good for you. Nice and slow, we will unwind and we'll set up for the other side. Now taking that bent knee out, bringing in the other leg, stamping it down on the inside of our thigh. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, taking the opposite arm, wrapping it around my knee. Other arm comes back, helps me open. And you can stay here if you'd like, or you can take that elbow on the other side of your knee and use it to press yourself open. Feel free to adjust as many times as you need. If something doesn't make you feel comfortable, you do not need to stick around. You go as far as it feels good for you, and you enjoy the stretch exactly where you are. Let's release our arm. Let's unwind, and we can come to all fours. So I'm going to cross my legs, rock forward to all fours. Get there any way that feels good for you. And we're going to do some body rolls. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to pick one direction or the other, and I'm going to press out my body towards that side. And then send back my hips, sitting back towards my legs. And then I'm pressing out my body on the other side, circling around forward. Continue on with that. Press as far as it feels good for you. And curve, pressing into the other side. Continue on. Let's complete this circle, and we'll move over to the other side. Coming back to center. Now I'm going to press the opposite direction. Pressing through the side of my body, sitting back, and continuing the curve. Let's do one more big circle, and we'll come back to center. Wonderful. Now let's stretch the bottom of our feet. So staying on all fours, I'm going to pop up on one of my toes and press back my leg, sliding it back on my mat. And then we're going to stop at the end wherever we can feel that stretch in the back of our leg. We can even bring our toes in closer if we want more, so we can really press into our heel. We're going to rock back and forth here. Little movements, coming forward and pressing back into that heel. Rocking forward and back into that heel. Keep going. When you're ready, we'll move over to the other side. Sliding that leg back in. And now my opposite foot, popping up on my toes, sliding back that leg. You can even bring back the toes a little bit so you feel that stretch. And then we're going to rock back on that leg and forward. Keep going. And when you're ready, we'll bring both knees back to center. Whenever you're ready, we're going to make our way down to our backs. And we'll give our hips some love. Coming down to our backs. Why don't we stretch out nice and tall? Walk out your feet, stretch out your hands. And then let's take our right ankle and bring it so it's about a hand width away from our hip. And then I'm going to take my left ankle and cross it over that right knee. We can take our left hand and press open that left knee. And you can stay here if you'd like, if this is enough for you. Or if you want more, we can take our hands, reaching through, grabbing for our ankle or our thigh, and we'll pull ourselves in. Now at the same time, I'm going to take my left elbow and press away my left knee. See if that feels good for you. Wherever you like, we'll find some stillness. Take the opportunity to come back to your breath here. Take some nice full inhales and then completely release, pushing out all of that air. From here, we're going to move right into a spinal twist. So I'm going to release my hands, unwind my knee. I'm going to straighten my right leg and give my left leg a nice squeeze. Now I'm going to take that left knee in my right hand and pull that knee over my body. Just towards your right side. It doesn't have to be touching the ground. Now try to keep both shoulders on the ground. My left arm's going to be out into a T, and I'm going to look over my left shoulder to complete the stretch. Nice and slow. Whenever you're ready, we're going to unwind and we'll set up for the other side. Bring our hips back to center. Let's get nice and long again, reaching out our hands and our feet. And now I'm going to bring my left heel about a hand's width away from my hip. Now I'm bringing up my right ankle, crossing it over my left knee. You can stay here and simply press open your right knee if that feels comfortable for you. Or we can reach through, bring our left leg to us, and grabbing with our hands for our ankle or our thigh, pull ourselves in. And now we can use the right elbow, if we'd like, to press open that right knee, and then we'll find some stillness here. When you're ready, we'll move over to that spinal twist. So now I'm going to straighten my left leg. I'm going to give my right knee a little squeeze. Now I'm going to take my right knee in my left hand and pull it over to my left side. Now I'll put my right arm out to a T, looking out over my right shoulder, and we'll enjoy some time right here. When you're ready, we'll come back to center. We'll get nice and long one more time, reaching out our hands overhead. Our last move today is going to be an inversion. So we want to get our legs up in the air. So you can do this with your bottom up against the wall and legs resting on the wall if you'd like. You can also do it next to a couch. Or you can have your back laying on the ground, feet up in the air, just very simple. But if you want to take it a little bit further, if you have a yoga block at home, you can take it and place it right under your hips and play around with the position, because the further up you go towards your spine, it changes it. And then down towards the edge of your hips, it makes it a little different. So play, see what you like. And then we'll lift our legs wherever we are. You could have a strap around your feet, pulling them in to support you, whatever feels comfortable for you. Whenever you are ready, you can slowly lower your legs back down to the ground. I hope you are proud of yourself for trying something new, and I hope this practice has helped you find some peace. Thank you.